All right, everyone. Welcome to ConQuest. Everyone's con-going, addiction, where we all talk about cons, gaming, anime, all that jazz. I'm Dalton.
I'm Alex.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jake, and I'm an conaholic.
I'm a conaholic, yeah, basically. So let's break down. We're a little bit late on this. OhioCon. We all went except Josh because Josh sucks.
Yeah.
Josh
That's a theme that I suck.
Joshua sucks.
If you see me, be sure to tell me I suck.
Yeah,
we're gonna get shirts made.
We need a shirt that just says
Josh sucks. But it was my first OhioCon. It was Jacob's first OhioCon as well.
Yes,
my
sir.
second OhioCon.
Alex' second OhioCon.
Well, you barely remember your first one, so
Yeah.
This is kind of your first one,
Hey,
too.
I remember my first OhioCon.
It's that joy of rediscovering after a night of heavy drinking.
Yeah.
I remember everything I did when I was super drunk.
And then
The good and the bad parts of that.
and people helped to piece it together too. So I never been to OhioCon. It was fun.
It's one of my favorite conventions.
It's pretty big. It's definitely probably the biggest anime convention I've ever been to. Not the biggest con, biggest anime convention.
Biggest anime convention for me as well, except for Jacob, who's been to Otakon.
Yeah.
The
Otakon was almost too big,
there's no such thing.
Yeah, there's no
No
such
such
thing.
thing.
if you're brave enough.
The I just like OhioCon's location and the time of year. January is great. It's in the middle of when a lot of cons aren't happening. It's a great time to just kind of unwind and relax because holidays just happened. Start of the year. It's a great time.
Yeah, I liked the hotel we were at. It wasn't the main hotel for OhioCon is the Dury, and what else is the other one?
Well,
it's
the main
connected to the
hotel
convention
is
center.
the Hyatt.
The Hyatt.
The Hyatt and the
Yeah.
Dury are both connected.
Well, they're
looks-
connected. The Drury's connected by Skybridge.
Yeah. Oh, well, I still count those. I guess the Dury and the Hyatt, or the Hyatt as the main ones, just because they're connected. But we were off just to the side. We were literally across the street.
We were right next to North Market, and that is the best place to be.
It was. Me and Jacob got food there. We got Polish sausage. It was great.
Mm.
You got
We got a
pizza?
calzone.
Calzone. Yeah, those are great.
Zone.
Pizzone.
I don't think they've had pizzones in a long time. I don't think Pizza Hut sells that anymore.
And it was fun. I went to a couple panels, not really a lot as I would like for size of OhioCon. I guess that was one thing I really have to complain about the convention. There's a few things, but a lot of the panels didn't really gain my interest, other than of course the ones I do with you and help out with. But other than that, I went to the Kyle Herbert Q&A and two other ones that I don't really remember. So I guess they weren't that good.
I went to a few panels. I did my panels, of course. The 4 panels I had at OhioCon.
Yeah, we'll talk about those.
I did go to a Bakemonogatari panel, which was pretty good. But overall, they were all... I wouldn't say they were bad. They were just mediocre. I could forget a lot
And nothing
of them.
really gained interest to go to some of them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I looked at
But
it.
they weren't bad.
Yeah.
I just stayed in the hotel room and drank pretty much the entire time, so
You slept.
I was
well.
happy.
I feel like you could have done that at home.
Yeah. But,
Well, I mean, yeah.
you don't feel as bad when you're in a hotel. One of the OhioCon's game room. We are all a bunch of gaming nerds. Their gaming room was nice. It's very spacious, cool. The lights were dimmed. But they did something awesome that you said they'd never done before, and that's they had a rhythm room.
Yeah.
So they had
The rhythm game room.
yeah, they had
It's great.
DDR, popping music. They had table flip.
Well, let's further expand that it's 24/7.
Yeah, and it's the entire game room's 24/7. The only issue I had with the rhythm room is everything was so close together that you couldn't really hear the game you were playing.
If you were there at the heavy points of the day.
If you were there at the normal con hours, granted at night, Alex went.
Yeah, I went at 4 a.m. and I got to play whatever I wanted.
Yeah. So my only thing for the rhythm room is maybe put it in a bigger room, spread out some stuff more. That way I can hear the game I'm playing. Because man, it was rough trying to play DDR and get my feet in the beat because I really couldn't hear it. I heard another game behind me and I was oh, I'm getting really off rhythm.
The rhythm room was great, but the regular game room
The regular
great.
Yeah, the regular game room wasn't that great. The setup was nice.
The setup's good. They had enough consoles, but almost every game was out of date.
Yeah, everything was out of date. They had Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, they had Street Fighter 4.
They didn't even have Guilty Gear out. They
had
they-
Injustice
And
1.
Yeah, Justice 1, King of Fighters.
They had
whatever.
one setup of MKX.
Yeah, and that switched out
And then-
randomly.
And they did have KI, but they only had Jago.
They only had Jago for KI. They had Halo switch off every now and then. And then, yeah, like, I don't know. Nothing really actually gained my interest. Like, I wanted to, like, sit
Well, it
down.
was just out of date. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really all there was to
Like,
it.
I wanted to sit down and, like, play something. And then I was just like, oh, there's nothing really here I really want to play. And they put Street Fighter V out later, but only, like, 2 hours before the tournament so people could practice. And not even all the characters were unlocked.
That's the best.
And it was the same with Guilty Gear. It was the same. I want to say it was probably a lot of the stuff in there, but I know it was the same for Guilty Gear, and I know it was the same for Street Fighter V. So I was like, you all don't even have Yuri in. And then I know like the other console will have
But let's
it.
be fair, games aren't their main focus.
Games aren't their main focus. One of the things
It's not like if OMGCon pulled that, I mean, you would have a right to be mad. OhioCon doesn't really sell their game room, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so...
But they sold the Rhythm Room this year.
The Rhythm Room was great.
They just sell a good time.
Yeah, I feel like the game room is important because it gives you somewhere to relax. If they just updated the games, I could even forgive not being up to date or not having the DLC because they're not like a major. They're not a tournament. They're not there for fighting games. As long as the games were up to date, I could forgive.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the issues that I think is I'm just thinking, what is Josh doing?
He's going to get a cup.
Get a cup.
I just think that I don't understand it's a big con. Naturally games aren't their main focus. But my first thought is like you should just kind of hire someone and bring them in to do stuff for you. That way, you have everything, you have what you need, everything's up to date.
But my thing is, why would they hire someone if that's not their main focus? If it's literally just there to give you another option to do, I don't have a problem with it not being up to date. I don't have a problem with it being ran by OhioCon. The only complaint I legitimately have is the games weren't up to date. If the games were up to date, if they had an excerpt, if they had...
What about the tournaments?
Street Fighter V. Even then, it's all single elim, it's not double, it's not official sanctioned, it's not like a real fighting game.
It's not an FGC.
I just mean like the fact that it's on like a super laggy monitor. Like I want to
Well, I play Alpha. That doesn't matter.
Like I just want
It doesn't fucking matter.
I just want to play in the tournament, and I want to be able to do my best.
I feel like
I do want to win.
I feel like the tournament should have a monitor. If they just bought an HDMI splitter, I don't think that requires a whole nother team of people. Is my argument.
No, that wouldn't require a team of people. But my thing is, I don't know, after running conventions, I'm just like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. And if you feel you can't do it right, bring in someone that knows how to do it right.
I guarantee you they can do it right. They probably just whoever they have there is probably not in the correct line of thinking with that side of the game room. Because the Rhythm Room was great. There was nowhere. I understand your complaint, but there was nothing else they could have done to that room.
No,
to make it spread out.
No. That's why I said next year the Rhythm Room needs to be bigger. It needs to be bigger that way they can spread things out.
So my argument is they obviously did a great job with the Rhythm Room. I just feel like they don't understand what people who were going to go to the game room wanted to play, and I feel like that's easily fixable. I don't think that they need a whole other team of people. I think that the same people could do it and do it better with just a better selection of games, and that's really all it takes.
So moving on, what cons are coming up that we're going to? Of course, we're going to go to the Arcade Expo.
Yeah, the Louisville Arcade Expo,
and
which is next weekend.
Yep. And then we're going to go to MTAC.
Middle Tennessee Anime Convention.
MTAC. And here we go. It'll actually be Josh's first time.
Josh's
going to
first
MTAC.
Josh's first time really going to a convention that's really 18 up.
Yeah.
MTech was pretty adult. They have all ages during the day.
Do they still do the risque cosplay
Yes, they do.
contest?
They still do risque
they have a
cosplay.
Risque cosplay contest.
Nah, I'd be down. Unless it's a bunch of dudes dressing up as chicks.
No. It's mostly chicks. There's one or two dudes thrown in there.
Like Chris.
One guy. One guy usually that goes and does the risque cosplay contest is a dude who dresses up like Silent Bob, and he really looks like Silent Bob, except a little bit.
Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Oh.
It would only be better if it was just also a Jason Mewes Jay with him. He's like, "Would you do me?" I do me.
Oh my God.
But did you know for that movie Kevin Smith like was just like, I don't care whatever you do, just do something. And then he did that, and then Kevin's like, and then I knew not to ever tell him to do whatever he wanted to do. And he's like, and never again will I give Jason free will. So that's pretty funny. But the Arcade Expo is huge. We're only going one day. Granted, I like to go Friday and Saturday, but college, so we're just gonna go Saturday.
Well, really, it doesn't start till late. If you wanted to go Friday, we could.
We could, but I probably won't.
I don't really. Yeah. I would just rather do Saturday.
Yeah, I would love to go Friday and Saturday. It depends on if I work or not, but I'm more than likely to work Friday. But just imagine, like, it's a huge open room, pinballs, and all your arcade dreams from the 80s, 90s, modern, across the sea.
Dragon's Lair.
Star
Wars Episode 1 Pinball.
Star Wars Episode 1 Pinball. Sunset Riders.
But one of the cool things I like is a lot of moving out, because a lot of people think it's a really small thing, but it's not, because some people don't really look for this type of show. But like, there's two or three companies that still make pinball machines. There's VP Cabs, which is the virtual pinball, which is Jesse's brother that owns Arcade Legacy. And then there's two other companies that still make physical pinballs. Last year, they brought, the two different companies brought a duck hunt, like a custom duck hunt, Predator, which was awesome. It was like a Predator cabinet, and then attached to the sides, coming up were the skulls, like hanging from like the ship.
That's right.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. And it's for a charity. It's for charity too. Like, all the proceeds, other than like paying them back, for the venue and stuff, goes to charity. They also have like a canned food drive. It's awesome. This year's prize for donating cans is a Miss Pac-Man machine.
Neat. So what? You just have to donate like 1,000 cans?
No, 2 cans, and then you get like a ticket. It's like a raffle.
Okay, I thought it was just whoever donated the most cans. I'm like, so it just turns into who pays the most for the Miss Pac-Man machine, right?
In the end, 1,000 cans is still worth more or less than a Miss Pac-Man machine. But it's going to be fun. I enjoy it every year. Tons of pinballs. The Metallica pinball is awesome.
Yeah.
Metallica pinball. They always have like Tekken and like a bunch of other cool stuff.
They had Marvel vs. Capcom there last year.
Yeah, they had NBC.
You should go check that out
there.
No.
And then the one thing they did new last year was the LAN setup, which was awesome. It just had an Unreal setup.
Halo 2.
Oh yeah, and then you play Halo 2 and beat like a bunch of 12-year-olds.
They didn't know, dude.
They didn't know the power of the plasma pistol. Stupid OP.
So they learned that day.
The plasma pistol battle rifle combo.
Like,
Back when the plasma pistol homed.
OP, yeah. Homed. The Needler homed and did a shit ton of damage.
Did we ever play Fargan War with Alex?
No, we haven't.
We haven't. Okay. We had this, Josh and I had this set up for Halo 2 back when we were kids, where basically any and all disputes that we had were settled with a first of 20 with rocket launchers only.
That sounds awful.
That sounds hilarious and horrible.
Awful.
And we called it Fargan War.
Fargan War. That sounds funny.
If you've ever seen the movie Johnny Dangerously, you know what I'm talking about.
But
should have solved it with fisticuffs, dude. No weapons, plasma pistol only on lockout.
Lockout.
You just go up to the fucking main area and fucking go ham. No shields. Plasma pistol only. You ain't killing nobody with that. You gotta go up there and you gotta punch them in the face.
It's true. But, I enjoy the Arcade Expo every year. It's fun. It's a blast. Last year was your first year.
Yeah.
Right? So this will be their first year.
You're
not able to go.
Because
Yeah.
I will be at Swag Wrestling in McKenzie, Tennessee, for those of you.
Plug.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But it's a blast. I highly recommend it if you all are in the Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia area. It's definitely
Tennessee could be a little bit of a stretch.
No, dude, there's people like those pinball companies are like freaking out in like Kansas. They come out here. 'Cause like I said, it's like you wouldn't think it's a big show, but for like what it is, it's a fairly large show. It's actually one of the largest pinball tournaments in the country.
Neat.
So it's really cool. Let's talk about MTAC a little bit.
MTech is just one of my favorite conventions.
Yes.
Period.
I thought you said Ohio Con.
Basically,
I said one of.
Oh, okay.
basically for the first timer, you are definitely in for a treat.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be blitzed out of my fucking mind. Every day we're there,
That's
I'm
the
just gonna
only
be trashed.
downside is I haven't been to a lot of like big conventions in the fall. So my two favorite conventions are earlier in the year.
Yeah.
We have OhioCon and MTAC. And but hopefully this year I'll go to some of
Everything
the
else
ones
is
in the
just
fall.
work.
Yeah, like OMGCon and like TokyoCon, even things like Fandom Fest. Like I don't know, they just don't have the same appeal that like MTAG and OhioCon do. So I'm super excited to go to a KaiCon this year, which is still small, but like they're growing pretty good, and they're back in Nashville as well. I hear
We go to Nashville a
that's
lot.
blast.
This is my first year back in MTAC in 3 years. When did they move?
3 years ago, roughly.
Yeah, so 3 years. This is my first MTAG in like 3 years. Because they had an incident at the Nashville Convention Center.
Well, it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, it wasn't their okay. So it wasn't their fault. There was another convention called the Full Moon and Tattoo Convention, and apparently Jacob was there for this, and I didn't even know Jacob at the time. So that's the funny thing.
Because I look like somebody that would be at the
I was there
Full
for
Moon
this
Tattoo
too.
horror convention.
What?
I was there
Were
too.
you there for this? No, you weren't.
I
there.
wasn't like at the door.
Yeah. So no, yeah, we were. I was at the door. So they got kicked out for MTAC got kicked out because they were blamed for a problem with one of the patrons falling, and I don't know how the door didn't shatter, but that stuff spidered, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it didn't shatter. The person clearly had on a lanyard from the Full Moon and Tattoo Convention,
I
and for
think
some
they were-
reason MTAC got blamed.
I think they were just looking for some reason to get MTAC out.
I guess, but I love, other than the god awful elevators, I love that venue. It was huge.
Oh my god.
It was a huge venue, other than the horrible elevators.
Huge.
Huge. Which you
Well, the
never.
elevators only sucked if you stayed at that hotel.
Oh my gosh, I know. You were in the
Yeah, yeah.
You were in a hotel and you're like, oh yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Dude, I don't know about you, but I went to like the MTAC ball thing, and like I was on the 13th floor, and you know, walking up like 12 flights of stairs in dress shoes, you know, I'm not saying that my feet were bleeding, but they were red.
Like I feel your pain. I was myself and
No, do you
I went
remember-
with, we were on like the 21st floor.
Oh my god. It's like you
You
like
never walk that shit in boots.
you either in your own choice were like you're either gonna walk it or you're gonna sit there for an hour waiting on those elevators.
Well, now I do remember that it was also kind of hard to find some panel rooms because like the place was so big and so segmented
I
that
never
like some panel rooms were just hard to find.
I never really had a problem with the panel rooms because they were all on the second floor.
No, there were also some on like the ground floor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they moved.
Now that was years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
that was back in MTech Devil's Dozen.
Yeah, because they had like
The
5
greatest-
panel rooms
the
or
greatest
something.
convention.
No, they had more than that. They had more than 5.
I know the main room was.
I think they had like 8.
I don't really. I don't remember that. I remember the main room, the second panel room, the third panel room, and the fourth panel room were all on the second floor.
Yeah, and then they had another 3 or 4 downstairs.
I think they only had 2 more downstairs. So I think that was.
They had the
6.
dealer hall and another.
Oh, I'm not counting.
Yeah,
I'm not,
thing
I'm not counting the dealer. I know the dealer hall.
I didn't count the dealer hall.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there was more than 2 downstairs.
Do you remember that? Were you there the year they had like Kaiju Big Battle?
No.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. They had Kaiju Big Battle there, and it was just like buildings and a wrestling ring, and they were in Kaiju outfits and they were wrestling.
Oh.
It was
Now
awesome.
they're back.
It was
at,
an old TV show too.
Yeah, I remember watching it like early mornings when I was like a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
I would like watch that and the old school G.I. Joe show.
Yeah, it was them. It was awesome.
But now they're back at the Sheraton Music City.
So yeah, they're back. Well, the year following, they went to out in Murfreesboro to a small hotel.
We don't talk about that.
We don't.
And, we
We don't
was-
talk about MTech in line.
MTAC, yeah, it was MTAC, aka In Love, or MTAC, aka In Line, MTAC, aka
MTAC.
It was,
MTech, we got lied to on Friday, and we walked from the Walmart, like myself and a few other guys. We were like, fuck this shit. We're not waiting for this fucking bus. We walked from the Walmart to the hotel, which was like 5 miles down the
That
fucking road.
sounds fucking
And we were
awful.
carrying beer, clothes, just all
Sure,
sorts of
Why
shit.
did you go to Walmart for beer when you could have just gone to the World Market?
No, like, that's where the bus was supposed to pick everybody up at. I already had like a cooler full of shit.
Because I remember that year we just walked to World Market and bought a bunch of boots.
I didn't know about the World Market.
It was
Otherwise-
right behind the hotel.
I was too busy hanging out with a new group of friends that I had met. By the way, if you guys are hearing this, shout out to you guys. Cleveland, Tennessee rocks.
And then the year following, they moved back to the original place.
Sheraton Music City.
Yeah, and
which
then
is still where they're at.
Yeah, and then
They use 2 hotels now.
yeah, and then last year they moved it into 2 hotels.
No, it was
No,
2
it was
hotels when
always
they
2
moved
hotels.
back.
Oh, it was 2 hotels. Okay, so then they moved back into 2 hotels, and it's still 2 hotels now. The Sheraton is the original place MTAC started, but they also use the other hotel across the street.
The first year they used the Marriott,
Yeah, I think it was the Marriott.
which is a little farther.
Yeah.
And then last year they switched it to the hotel right across the street, which is the Embassy Suites.
Okay, that's cool.
So
is
now
there like
this
a
year
sky
it's-
bridge, or you just have to walk?
You just
across?
No, you just walk across.
there's also buses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The beat bus is so fun at night.
Um,
Because there's this one driver that will like do his lights like a fucking rave, and we'll just have like the Nashville Underground rap station on, and it's the coolest fucking shit on the face of planet Earth.
But I'm excited to go back. Josh,
I'm excited to drag Josh there.
yeah,
Oh,
Josh,
yeah.
are you excited to go? This is probably going to be your biggest convention yet, other than yeah.
We need to get him a T-shirt that just says Joshua sucks.
Joshua sucks.
And people are going to be like, Joshua sucks.
Well, you might have a couple of girls walk up to you and be like, "Mind if I suck you, Joshua?"
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
This is what Joshua sucks, but it's an arrow pointing up to his face.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited. I definitely am. Any opportunity to binge drink, I take.
But, yeah, so...
I mean, the nerdy
Okay.
shit too, but yeah, it's mostly
It's
mostly the
let's be
binge.
honest, it's mostly
It's
about
the binge
drinking.
drinking.
It's a bit of both.
And in text when we get to
People.
unveil the new anger translator.
The new anger translator.
Oh, Kota!
Kota.
Kota!
Oh,
Kota. Alex's new Japanese anger translator. Kota. I'm gonna like make it's like a swear jar, but instead of a swear jar, it's like an English jar. So every time he talks, that's in English. That's not a cuss word. He's put $1 in it.
Oh, God.
But So-
fucking Honda.
it's so awful. I'm also going to KI World Cup in a couple weeks,
And lose.
and I'll
I'll
win. I got my belt back. That's all that mattered to me. So in a couple weeks, I'm really excited because it's not only a tournament; it's a con. It's a Killer Instinct convention. So there's gonna be artists, vendors. The voice actor for Sako is gonna be there, so that'll be cool.
Maximilian.
I don't know if Max is going yet. It'd be cool if Max went.
Ultra David.
Ultra David's going now, and a couple other people are going. So I'm pretty excited just to see. I'm excited to see like the general cuss for the KI community too, because there's people from France, the Netherlands, and Japan going. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool to see like international players.
Maybe Florida man will show up.
Florida man, back at it again with your unpaid rooms.
See, this is what happens when you don't.
This is
come
what
up with
happens.
Shit.
Florida
Just
man.
fun shit
Now-
happens.
Frickin' Frosty Fastings.
Oh, Florida man. So Frost Fasting was fun. First off, we all had a good time. The only person that went 0-2 was Nick.
Yep. Everybody else got wins.
Yeah.
And everything.
Except Nick.
Except Nick.
Except Nick.
I mean, even I fucking won. So.
Even Jacob. But Nick went 0-2.
Well, we all know that if you ever want to beat Nate, just say it's a tournament and he'll freeze.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, he lost to a Raven. I was so disappointed in him. I just looked at him and was like, you lost to a Raven.
So
How often do we play? But, Saturday night, tournament's over. Dobro's declared himself, king of Frosty Fausting, because, everyone knew. Well, I knew, because, I bet $10 on it, because that's me. But,
As a Dalton always go with the sure thing.
hey, I went with the underdog a couple 2 matches, and I came out on top.
You know how hard it was for me to say, "Hey, let's go Bears, let's go Bears," as a Packers fan.
I think it was funny. But, Dobro won. So, let's go get some food and maybe some more booze across the street. Because there's a Walmart across the street.
Conveniently.
Conveniently, yeah. That's the best thing about this new venue. Other than, it's more space, there's also a Walmart across the street.
it's in an industrial district,
Yeah.
which is really
Also-
confusing.
Also, that hot dog place down the street.
That was great.
We also watched some mob shit go down. And
Oh,
was it
yeah, the-
Giordano's?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pizza place.
Yeah.
But, so we go across the street, we get our stuff, we come back. And we're walking, we turn the corner. We just see, a group of people at the end of the hall with phones and yelling, and we're like, what's going on? So we get closer, and we come to realize it's the NRS and the KI community.
Which is the worst community to
To be outside in the hallway screaming.
Yeah,
Let's be honest,
we're part of the KI community. We know.
So
The
shit.
KI and the NRS community does not give a fuck if you're drunk.
The
and-
thuggery.
Yeah, the thuggery. You can put it that way.
And we're like, hey, you guys know this guy? Like, this dude's at the end of the hall, and I was like, I have no clue. Like, I don't know who this dude is. He's at the end of the hall, first off. I can't see him.
And all of a sudden takes off running.
And then he, like, runs off down the hall, and the next thing I see is Jackal and Jacob run after him.
Now, see, my thing, right, is even if I would have recognized him, I wouldn't have done anything.
I know. But he...
couldn't help it.
he
Because like my face gave it away as soon as he turned around. I was just like, wait a second. Oh my god.
He
I know
walks.
him.
He walks back.
Come on.
Jacob and Jackal walking back, and I'm just like, that's Ryan's friend. So I'm like, come on, dude.
Ryan's friend, who we only know
From
as Florida man.
As Florida man, because he only stayed with us Thursday night. But we're like, come on, dude. Like, I'll bring you back up to the room and I'll get a hold of Ryan, which was like a feat on its own. But they're like, hey, where are you guys from? We're like, Kentucky. Kentucky wins! Kentucky wins! Oh,
He's not from us. He's not
he's
from
from
us.
Florida. He's from Florida. Oh, he's from Florida.
Oh, he's from Florida.
Hey, what game does he play?
And they had us there.
Guilty Gear. Oh, Guilty Gear. Oh, anime players.
Fucking anime.
Yeah, we're like, oh, well, they got us there.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he
just
later
walked into the KINRS room and just slept on their bed.
Yeah, he like knocked on the door.
With his shoes on.
Yeah.
On the bed.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
He like knocked on the door, and they're like, "What's up, bro? You want to play?" And he just walked into the room and just laid on the bed. They're like, "Hey, who are you? who you with?
Who bitch this is?
Like, who are you? Do you want to play, dude?" And he just laid there, and they're like, "Okay, well, whatever." So they just like kept playing, and time went on. They're like, "Dude, who are you?" And so eventually, it's just the entire room with their phones out. Like, who are you? Like, I just hear. I like the best part of the video is I hear Zero Syndicate like, "You want my shit? You want my shades? Like, that's my stuff. Like, that's my favorite part.
On my fucking controller.
My controller?
On my shades.
Yeah.
On my phone.
And
And your shoes are in my damn bed.
yeah, he's like, your shoes are in my damn bed. So apparently, like, Jackal and like two other people like carry him outside and like set him down in the hallway. And these are exact words from Jackal. I turned around for no more than 30 seconds, and I turned back around,
And that
and that motherfucker's gone. So that's when we arrived. So the thing is Zero Syndicate's room was right next to ours. So I assumed that the dude was looking for our room to try and find Ryan.
terrible idea.
But
Was-
Ryan
but
was
Ryan-
staying at the other hotel.
Yeah, they're in the hotel. And I was like, Ryan's not in here. So like, we just take him to the room. Like, I set him on the bed. I'm just like, we'll call Ryan, dude. It's okay.
And then he left, and I was like, just leave him out there.
And then he like laid there for a good 40 seconds. And then this dude like is laying there and just rises from the dead, like, you know, it's like a scene from like Dawn of the Dead. And I'm just like, are you okay, dude? And all of a sudden he just gets up, like goes to the like bathroom, knocks on, like someone's in there, opens our door, walks out, and pulls the Alex Rainey, goes to the door next to us, and just vomits in front of
Hey,
the door.
it wasn't in our room, and it wasn't in front of our door. Perfect.
And-
Perfect
And
plan.
sleepwalked through it.
And I was like, feel better? And he just nodded at me, went into the bathroom, and I handed him a cup of water. And then I just shut the door. Finally, Ryan and his friend show up, and they're just standing there waiting. And I was just like, is he still in the bathroom? Yeah. And I open the door. He's just asleep on the floor. And I was like, he's asleep, Ryan. Okay, we'll get him. So they like get him up, and then they leave. And that was our Frosty Faustings adventure. Oh, then Alex posted all the videos on our Kappa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good old arcade.
that was our Frosty Faustings adventure. So, moving on from that, movies.
Saw Fist Fight.
We saw Fist Fight.
Yes, we did.
Oh, this is something Josh knows about.
Yes.
We saw
Finally, Josh can get into the conversation.
it was funny. I love it. Charlie Day is one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Charlie Day's fucking hilarious.
I love Charlie Day. And Ice Cube was just, well, it was Ice Cube.
It was Ice
He
Cube.
was just playing Ice Cube. There was nothing.
Like, I counted at least 8 references to Friday.
Yeah.
in that movie.
Wasn't it also on Friday? Like the whole movie?
Yeah, the whole movie was on Friday.
Yeah, last day of school.
Yeah. My new favorite line in that whole movie was just like, "Why should I show meth? I shouldn't smoke meth? No, is it because it's a gateway drug? No, it's not a gateway drug. It's a finish line."
No, yeah, that's Jillian Bell's character. I don't remember her name in the movie, but she made it for me.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
she
Don't smoke meth? Yeah, because it's a gateway drug.
because I'm on my period. Don't smoke meth on my period.
That's the best time to smoke it. No. It's a gateway.
Yeah, her and Tracy Morgan. You know,
Oh, Tracy Morgan.
yeah, they.
I don't know, a fucking minion!
Yeah, no, that. It started out slow. I felt like with the chuckles, I guess, and then like they really picked it up at the midway
Yeah,
point.
after the halfway point, it was
Oh, okay,
fucking
it's just-
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just like some of like the weird, awkward humor. Like, gonna give me that money for that ecstasy? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like my favorite part, it was just like watching Charlie Day's character just slowly go through a mental breakdown as the movie progressed. So that was like my favorite part.
It's like he just went from
What
Charlie Day
if
to Charlie
Fist
Kelly.
Fight is just like the prequel to It's Always Sunny in
Charlie
Philadelphia?
was actually a great teacher, and then Ice Cube beat him up so bad he became an illiterate janitor.
Yeah, divorced his wife, moved to a different city.
Philly. And we also saw Lego Batman.
Yeah, Lego Batman. That was.
Lego Batman, best Batman movie, like, especially for non, like, you can tell that movie was made by fans of Batman for Batman fans.
I squirt ketchup.
That's where ketchup. Like,
What's the password?
I'm sus.
Like,
But yeah, like, there's a scene in the movie where there are a bunch of, like, really obscure Batman villains that get listed, and they had the joke about,
I was literally.
these are real villains. Google is a wonderful thing.
No,
and
it's
then
like-
Josh turns to me and he's like,
Is Condiment King a real thing?
yeah, he's like, he's Condiment King a thing?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he was in the animated series for like 30 seconds, and then got bitch
Those-
slapped by
those-
Batman.
Those aren't real villains. It's at least worth a Google.
Yeah.
So, no, they were all villains in Batman.
But I also like Killer Croc. I did something. I was like, the movie harsh on Suicide Squad pretty bad.
Even though that's an Oscar-winning movie, so
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Suicide Squad was good.
No, it wasn't.
Here we go.
But I think we can all agree Batman vs Superman got 4 Razzies. So
Yeah.
deserved.
But you know, Lego Batman movie was definitely like a gesture of love to like people that like Batman in general.
Like, I felt good coming out of the theater that it was like,
It's,
Okay.
it's really weird because like the Lego movie,
Yeah.
the Lego movie itself was really good, and I was like, okay, they're gonna like really try to like bank off this whole Lego thing, and I was just like kind of about Lego Batman because they were trying to bank off the Lego movie, but I was like, no, like clearly like the person that directed this and clearly the people involved were just like, no, like this is just we like Batman, like it was literally just that. It's like we like Batman and we can have a lot of fun with the Hasbro toy license for Legos.
Yeah.
Basically, it is a standard Batman story, but it's one that's not afraid to take the piss out of itself, and I love that.
Yeah,
about
it
this
wasn't
movie.
afraid to make fun of just the Batman cliches that Batman is, and that was great, and I definitely loved it. It's definitely been one of my favorite animated movies I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, that being said, I'm super excited for Sword Art movie. The Sword Art movie.
Is it out in Japan?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Do you know if
we've been
it's
convinced
dubbed
yet to
here?
go see it or not.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be subbed.
Oh, that's good.
All the trailers are in Japanese, so I can't imagine it's dubbed.
I just didn't know because a lot of times like they'll just have a like English premiere, so I wasn't sure if it was like the premiere of it in English.
I think it's. I know it's at least the U.S. release, but I think it's the international release. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. So moving, actually talking about Sword Art, Tiger Mask.
Oh my god, Tiger Mask.
We've all been watching.
Tiger Mask's great.
Josh has gotten quiet.
Josh does not watch Tiger.
Josh,
Mask
you would
is
really
not-
like Tiger Mask.
Josh would like it.
Josh is not the biggest fan of anime, but I
Or
think
wrestling.
Or
I like that
Or
ancient
living.
era of wrestling, anime.
You like Tiger Mask. It's like it's like old school.
It's kind of thing for me. Like, I can watch it. I can take it or leave it.
But anyways, Tiger
He's a
Mask.
huge fan of Boku no Pico.
Don't no. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't know what that
It's
is.
like
Don't
bad
do
humor,
that.
and I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Show
guys.
sucks. I didn't mean it to harp.
All right, but yeah, Tiger Mask is great. Alex is fully caught up. Jacob, where are you at?
I am on the fight with Mr. Question.
He's on the fight, Mr. Question. So you haven't gotten to the best filler episode.
Oh my
So
god.
that is Kenny Omega and Bullet Club going around eating the sweets, so the other wrestler can't do his match. And it's great. Like one thing I like about Tiger Mask is the fact that the fillers the fillers are great. Like fillers are funny. They keep me entertained, and like they find a way to like weave themselves still into the main story, but are just like filler episodes enough where I'm just like it doesn't affect it, and I'm just like the fact that his. I don't even know what to call it. The girl that likes him, basically, not the nurse, but the younger girl.
You're talking about his
Hotter than-
agent?
I guess, his agent, but she's like also the dude that trains him's niece.
Yeah.
All this weird relationship stuff going on here, basically, to get revenge. No, I'm not vengeance. Tiger the Dark is revenge.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing.
Tiger Mask is justice.
Justice. But it's like she becomes a wrestler. And she becomes Spring Tiger.
It's awesome.
I'm just like, Alex.
I would have said, hey, wait, fuck you, spoilers, but I already knew.
No, that's not really a spoiler either. Like, it was bound to happen. They were setting up for it. And, like, Alex, at first when he started watching, it was like, I don't really like her that much. And I was like, wait till she becomes, like, a wrestler. And Alex, like, immediately, he's like, I love it.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So, any anime we want to watch this upcoming, I want to watch The Dragon Maid girl. I think you said you wanted to see that too. Dragon Maiden.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yeah. Want to see that.
Tanya the Evil's really good. I've been like starting to watch it. I'm only on like episode 3, but it's really good.
What's it about?
Tanya the Evil's like this dude who doesn't believe in God gets turned into like a lowly back in like World War One in an alternate universe.
Okay.
It's a long drawn out story.
This is one that we were debating the other night about.
It's really good.
It sounds absolutely ridiculous. I have
Trying
to
to
watch
make
it.
the Germans in World War II good guys.
Oh, yeah. No, they had to pick World War One because, you're not going to make
It's
anyone,
not-
empathize. Well, I'm sure some people could.
That's how, I was like, that'll get pretty dark really quick.
Yeah.
Jacob, is there anything you want to watch? Because you already started Tiger Mask.
I've already started Tiger Mask. I need to go and watch Dragon Ball Super.
You do. It's great.
I need to watch Dragon Ball Super because I'm a huge fucking Dragon Ball fan.
Huge.
Like, huge Dragon Ball fan.
Believe me.
Let's see. Also, I've been recommended to watch Fist of the North Star.
You've never seen Fist of the North Star?
I've never
fucking
seen
know,
Fist of the
right?
North Star.
Well, it's old. You don't like old.
Yeah, I don't like old.
Because I was gonna make a Doyle joke, but you're not Doyle. Because you're old. Oh, you're not Doyle. But Doyle was born in like the 50s. Doyle listens to this. But it's been really good, and there's a lot of anime like I really want to watch because like I've already started watching Tiger Mask. I want to watch The Dragon Maiden. I'm fully caught up on Dragon Ball Super right now. Fully caught up on Tiger Mask right now. So I finished JoJo's as well. So I just need to like check out my preferences. I've been watching Case Closed, trying to get caught up. Because I'm like,
Good luck.
I don't know. Actually, I'm only like 40 episodes behind, dude.
That's a lot of episodes.
I have kept up with Case Closed. 40 episodes is not that bad considering they're like an 800. But I think it pretty much covers everything we wanted to talk about. So this has been ConQuest. I'm Dalton.
I'm Alex.
I'm the RZA, the Nizza, for Shizza. I'm Josh.
Josh
and I
sucks.
suck. Remember it.
And I'm Jake, and I don't suck.
It's true. All right, and we'll see you on the next episode of ConQuest. Joshua sucks.